Bethany. I'm gonna give everybody like another minute or so and then we'll get ready. This is total body conditioning. You won't need any equipment. The only thing I'd recommend that you have nearby is a water bottle and then maybe a towel. If you wanna use weights, I will talk you through modifications to tell you how to do things, but I'm going to do everything with no weights at all. So let's just give maybe 30 seconds or so for folks to get started, and then we'll get right into it. This will be about 45 minutes. We'll do this all together. So if this is your first time taking my class, welcome. If you're somebody who I used to have at Yates every week, so excited to have you today. I look forward to doing this. I've been so excited all day to have this. So let's see what we have going on. All right. So the way this class is going to work, we're going to do a short, maybe 3 to 4 minute warm up to get going, and then we're going to break it down into 3 different circuits. The way those circuits are going to work, we're going to focus on lower body first, then we're going to go into upper body, and then we're going to do core. Again, you won't need anything for the workout, so all you need is that towel and the water nearby. Please take breaks if you need to. The one other caveat that I just want to throw out there is that I can't play any music for this workout, but I highly recommend if you have a playlist that you just love to jam out to and it gets you in the zone, now is the time to just load that up, put some earbuds in, or just press play on that playlist, and then we can get started. So normally when I teach this class, I'm going for a 3 to 4 minute warm up, and the goal is just to get that heart rate going. So we're just going to start with nice and easy, just walking it out. You can see I'm just like working out in my living room, as many of us are probably doing these days. And so we're just going to take this time, get that heart rate up, and then get ready to work. There's not going to be much cardio in this either, but you'll be surprised how much you might sweat and how high your heart rate might get. Now let's just go a little side to side. If you want, you can add your hands in here. Add a little more. So if you're like me, you've been sitting all day, you've been sitting in front of the computer, your eyes hurt, this is just a great way to get up, move your body, and do something for you. From here, we're going to take it into kickbacks. What that looks like, you're going to bring your legs back and just pull it through. It's kind of like old school aerobics with this move. That's what I think of every time I do it. So you might even start to notice your heart rate coming up right now. From here, we're going to start to take it into a nice squat position, which is going to be one of the focuses of our lower body section. So from here, take it down into a squat, nice and low, knees behind your toes, sink low and up. Low and up. I'm going to fix the camera at one point so that I'm not just cutting out my head at the top. But here you can see with the squat, nice and low. Notice where my knees are in relation to my toes. Low and up. Let's do 4 more. Down, low, and up. Again, you're going to see these again. Now from here, just hold it. Get nice and low. There's a good chance. Check your form, where are those knees? How's your back? Straighten your legs. And slowly come up, and then walk it out. Again, I'm gonna fix my camera, come up a little closer, you guys. There you go. So we're gonna do that one more time. So walk in place, and then we're gonna take it side to side. Here you go. So we're not like having Ariana Grande or something playing in the background. That's okay. And then from here, we're going to take it right into those kickbacks. Here we go. Back. Maybe even having your butt, having your feet tap your butt in the back. Couple more. We're going to take it right back into those squats. We go down and up, low and up, down, up, low, up, down, up, low, and tall. Couple more. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold this one down. Pulse it out. Got 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your legs. Reach down for your toes. And you're going to slowly roll up. Give me a couple big shoulder rolls. Give me 4. When you've done those 4, switch directions. And then you're going to shake it out. So you should be a little nice and warm right now. We're going to go right into it. So how we do these 3 sets. We're going to focus on lower body first. So what the circuits look like, it's 4 exercises. I'm going to go through all 4 exercises first. We do each exercise 1 minute with a 15-second break in between before we move on to the next exercise. We're going to do all the exercises twice. So twice through the circuit. First time you're getting familiar with it. Second time is when you can either modify, make it easier or harder for you. That's the beauty of the workout. You have different chances that you get to adapt. So we're going to focus on 2 different exercises basically for 4 moves. If that makes sense. The focus is going to be squats and lunges. We did the squats in the warm-up, and then I'm going to introduce the lunges. So what that looks like. The first move is just a classic squat. So you're going down and up, just like we did in the warm-up. Being careful to keep those knees behind your toes. Second exercise. We're just going to go straight into a back lunge. So you're just bringing one foot back and up. Back and up. I'll show you that from the side as we do it as well. Third exercise, you're just switching legs. And then the fourth exercise, we put those 2 moves together. So what that looks like, you're going to get down into a squat, then lunge back, squat, lunge back. You're going to stay low the whole time here. So we're going to do that all the way through. The one thing we're going to do to start before we do any of that, just to keep that heart rate up, we're going to do 1 minute of jumping jacks. Now I know we probably haven't done jumping jacks since maybe middle school gym class, but we're going to do it because it's a great, easy way to get that heart rate up nice and fast, and then you'll start to notice that you're really doing the work and your legs will be ready to go. So I have a timer that I'm going to set so you know I'm not cheating you. Don't worry about the time. Just maybe blast that music up a little bit louder. I'm going to press play. We're going to do 1 minute classic jumping jacks, or I can show you a couple of variations. Here we go. So normal jumping jack, you're just up like this. You want to make it a little more low impact, you just go, you can alternate legs, or do the whole thing. Arms up overhead. See, it all comes back to you now. You never really forgot how to do this. You just never really had an interest after that. All those gym classes. This is a classic warm-up exercise. Sometimes I just like to move around, you know, get a different view of my living room, see what's happening outside. You're already done 15 seconds. And then we're going to go straight into those squats for a minute. In 2, 1. So you go down and up. Notice that heart rate. That's okay. Down and up. So what you want to do, you want to make sure those knees are behind your toes. Sink low. All the weight should be in your heels. Imagine kind of lifting those toes up in your shoe. And then just sink back. It's like you were going to sit down low in a chair. You come up. Whew. Beautiful. You have 15 seconds And then you get a 15-second break before we start the lunges. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you got 15 seconds here. Doesn't matter which leg you want to start with for your lunges. Just know that you're going to get to the other side. So, with these reverse lunges, you stand nice and tall. Here we go. You step back and up. The work you probably mostly feel in the leg that's actually not even moving. But just like with the squat, the placement of that knee is very important. You want to keep a nice right angle here. Down and up. So if we were taking this at Yates, I would probably be holding weights. But you'll notice, this is a nice chance when you're doing the body weight exercises to really focus on your form. Sometimes when you get weight, you're so concerned with how much you're carrying, or how heavy it feels, or how tired it feels, that you slouch. Here you can remember, you stand up tall, down and up. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got 15 seconds, you're gonna switch to the other side. So I was moving with my left leg, so now I'm going to move with my right. Here you go, 1 minute. Comes fast. Down and up. It's a light tap at the top. Those of you at home, thank you so much for joining me. Think about why you chose to join this. It's 45 minutes for you. It's 45 minutes where you're not worried about anybody else. You're not worried about your email. You're not worried about your text messages. You don't even have to worry about the world. Worry about what you are doing right now. Couple more. Always breathing. All right, you got 15 seconds. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna put it all together. So remember, we're gonna stay nice and low on those squats, and then take it right back into our lunges, alternating legs. In 2, 1. So you come low, and then back. Low, and back. Low, back. So basically, if you see that lamp behind me, I'm not calling that much higher than the lamp. I'm kind of staying in line with that. That's how low you want to stay. Down and up. So these are the 4 exercises, which means now you know exactly what you're going to do again. And you're gonna get a break. So after this minute comes, you're gonna get about 40 seconds, grab water, do what you need to do, and then we do it all again. Same thing for all the circuits. You do it twice with a little break in between. See, there you go. So you get that 10 seconds, normally after the minute, and then we get an extra 30 seconds. Nice. Now, if you did that and you felt like it was really easy, this is a good chance to figure out, okay, how do I want to modify? And maybe that's not even making it easier. I'm sorry, making it harder. Maybe it's just something didn't feel right. The knees didn't feel right, so maybe I don't go as low. Whatever you need to do to get through the reps, that's the more important thing. We're going to start right into those squats. We go down and up. You want to sit back into those heels. Also notice my back. I'm used to teaching at Yates where I had the mirror and I could see myself. Beauty of this is I can see myself in the camera, in this view. So I can see, and when I come down, I'm not arching my back. You want to avoid this with the rounding spine, or you want to avoid this, where you're sinking in. You just go down and up, keeping that back nice and neutral. This feels good. Maybe you want to go down and have a pulse. So you hold it for 1, and then come back. Feel that a little bit. You can sink a little lower on the pulse. Otherwise, you're already done with squats anyways. So you have 10 seconds. Gonna go right back into those lunges. Maybe pick your favorite side that you want to start with. In 5. And here we go. Step back. With these lunges, if I were doing these at Yates, I would probably have the weights either by my side or up on my shoulders. Because I don't have any weights, I just have my hands nice and relaxed. You could also place them on your hips, down and up. This is one of those times too when I'm not using the music, I'm not using weights, I can really focus on my form and my breathing. Partly why I don't use a mic so much at Yates, so people don't hear me breathing as much. You got 3 seconds. Woo! I get that last one in. Now we're gonna switch to the other side. Gotta make it even. So watch where that knee is. That static leg. You should feel it. You're cushioning off of it when you come up. A little balance as you come to the top. I have a nice little tap with my toe as I come back. Oh, one thing I just noticed, I was going too far back with the lunge. You don't really want your knee to touch the floor in the back. That's when you know you've probably gone too low. Keep it up. 1 minute never feels so long until you have to do an exercise for it, right? All right, last move of this series. Then we're done with lower body. So remember, it's those squats right into those lunges. You gotta stay nice and low. In 2, 1. So here we go, low. Same rules apply. You still don't want that knee on that lunge to touch the floor. The lunging is the same. The squat just feels lower. You're never allowing yourself to come up. Whew. I think a lot of people, when we transitioned to this quarantine life, they wonder, well, how am I going to do any of my workouts if I don't have weights, if I don't have mats, if I don't have all this stuff? You really don't need it. Yeah, the weights might build muscle, but you could still build strength. Totally just using your body weight. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Lower body is done. And we're going to go into upper body. No one's going to like this. I'm going to tell you this now. Because it's push-ups involved. We're going to basically do 4 exercises. We're going to focus on the chest and the triceps. We can't do chest without doing push-ups. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do them as the first exercise. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start it off with a 1 minute of cardio, and we're gonna do the 4 exercises. So I'm gonna show you the 4 first. I'm gonna need to get to the floor, so I'm gonna lower this so you can see me a little better. So what we're gonna start with is push-ups. For a good push-up, your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Your elbows are gonna go wide. This is important because then we're gonna do another type of push-up. It's gonna be different. When you lower into a push-up, your face, your nose are not in between your hands. If they're in between your hands, your butt is farther back. You're gonna feel it in your shoulders more up here. So you wanna be pretty much over it. Now, we can do the push-ups down on our knees, totally fine. This is gonna be an option for pretty much all of the upper body moves that I'm gonna show you, and even our core. So we've got push-up, you just come down and up, and you wanna be able to feel it here. So that's the first move, just a straight, normal push-up. Second move is also gonna be a chest move. It's called a Superman. So you're gonna roll all the way down, hands behind your head, you're just gonna lift your chest. I'll show you some modifications as we do that. Third exercise. Now this is where you actually need something. But I'll show you how to do it otherwise. Maybe come to a chair or a table. We're gonna do a tricep dip. So you're just gonna go down and up. Down and up. Elbows are gonna stay in. So you can feel in your tricep muscles. And then the last move is also gonna be a push-up, but it's gonna be for your triceps. So that's gonna look a little different. Your hands are still going to be under your shoulders. Your face is still not going to be in your hands when you come down. But instead of your elbows going wide like in a normal push-up, they're going to be close to your ribs. Do you see that? A normal push-up, hands might be a little wider, and you go up and up. So we're going to focus on keeping those in. Those are going to be our 4 exercises. Hope no one's scared. You can do all of that on your knees. Totally fine. For this 1 minute just to get that heart rate up, again, you only have 3 minutes of cardio this whole workout. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna stand up, and we're gonna do little skaters, side to side. So you're just reaching for those feet, okay? I'm gonna set that timer for 1 minute, and then right when that 1 minute is up, I'm gonna tell you when we're gonna go straight into the push-ups. Here we go. Start it off. So if you want to keep this more low impact, or you have neighbors downstairs who would not appreciate you jumping around, you can just do this. If you don't care about your neighbors, you're not worried about any of that, and you want to take it up, little skip. Just crossing those feet behind you, reaching opposite hand for that opposite toe. Now the point of these 1 minute of cardio is not only to bring your heart rate up, but it's also just to get familiar with what a minute feels like, since that's how long each of our exercises last. You got 3, 2, 1, you're gonna go straight into those push-ups. So that means you start on your knees, totally fine, but check your hands. Check your elbows. Check your nose. I like to get it pretty close to the ground. So you can go down on your knees, or if you want to start up on your toes, whatever you want. If it means you start up on your toes and you have to drop, also fine. Now I'm looking up at the camera just to say hi to you all. You want to keep your gaze right down on the floor. Pick that spot where your nose is going to touch. Whew, you got 15 seconds. Notice how that heart rate from those skaters works you when you're doing those checks. Your breath is out. So the second set might feel a little better. We're gonna go into the Superman. So you're gonna lie down. It's gonna feel like a nice break. Until it's not. Right into it. So you can start these with your feet just flat on the floor. Opening up your chest here. You want to make it a little more challenging? Lift those toes. Have them point towards the floor. If you feel any low back pain, keep those feet down. You want to feel this as a chest opener. Call these Superman, we should call them superhumans. Whew. Breathe. And you're gonna come up. Find a chair, find a table. I'm gonna do it off of a love seat. So you're just gonna go down and up, keeping those elbows right by your sides. If you don't have a table or chair, just come to the floor. Go down and up. You probably won't feel this as much. If you want to, probably easier if you're on the floor. Have your legs out a little farther. I'm sure hopefully everybody has something they can work with there. You want to make this harder? Take the feet out. They don't have to go full out like this. You got a baby step. If before you were in straight kind of tabletop right here, maybe it's just 1 or 2 inches. Whew. In 3, 2, and 1. You got one more. It's that tricep push-up. Remember, your elbows are pretty much going to glaze over those ribs, gaze over those ribs. Still be on your knees if you want. You go down and up. This should feel pretty different from a normal push-up. So with the push-up though, you're leading with the chest. You're working the tricep, but you're leading with your chest. Make sure you keep those shoulders down and away from your ears. You don't want them like this. Notice also what that did with my back, right? If you have to take a moment as you're doing this class because you're not sure, feel free to take a look. I know sometimes it's hard, so telling you with the push-ups, not to be looking at me. But if something doesn't feel right and you have questions about form, always take a look. I don't have the benefit of being in the eights with you, so I can't make any corrections. But hopefully I'm talking you through these. Anything that feels weird, there should be a modification to make it less painful. And nothing should ever feel painful. It might feel hard, but if anything just feels like excruciating, that might be the point to stop. Okay, we have 20 seconds. We're gonna go right back to those push-ups. On the one hand, this is your second set of push-ups. So that chest probably feels fatigued, but you're not doing them after speed skaters. Here we go. So another thing with push-ups. The whole thing with push-ups is you're starting it from the plank position, which means hands underneath the shoulders, coming down and up. Your butt is going to up in the air. You're just coming down. Even if you're on your knees, you have a flat back. If we were together, I'd be able to come over to you, put a plate right on that back. It would go down and up, and it wouldn't move. bestie planks again too. I watch so many people do that Instagram push-up challenge, and that's when you learn. Most people also haven't done push-ups since high school. Maybe a little stretch here. These 15 seconds in between the exercises are yours. They go fast, but they are your time. Better go into the Supermans. Lie down. These are such a tease because you literally lie down. And just when you think, okay, that's not too bad, you take it right into it. Whew. So think of this a little bit as the stretch. You're definitely working your chest. It's a nice opener. But sometimes when you think of things as a stretch instead of just a straight workout move, you can trick your mind just thinking, okay, it's not too bad. Whew. Deep breaths in and out. Coming up. I don't know about you all, but I'm definitely sweating. That's one of the fun thing about these workouts. You realize how hard you can work yourself, even when no one's around. Down and up. I've been finding it more helpful to find ways to do workouts with other people. Now, that might mean taking a live class, that might be using an app, but I can't just do squats on my own. It might sound weird, even though I'm an instructor and I put together these workouts, I could totally just go do them by myself. But probably like how a lot of you are, you come to these workouts because there's some accountability, having someone telling you what to do, and that goes far. 15 seconds. 10. Let's try those now. 3, 2, 1. 15. Your last exercise for arms. Come down. Down and up. These don't have to be fast. You have 60 seconds, and if that means you only get 5 reps, that's totally better than nothing. One of the problem with that Instagram push-up challenge, right? It was what, 10 push-ups in 10 seconds? If you're really doing push-ups right, they should probably take you a little more than 10 seconds. And so what a lot of people were doing, just to get them in, they were forfeiting 4. And that's not what you want. Whew. 15 seconds, there we go. That's still flat, lead with that chest. Let the triceps burn. Give it a little stretch. Okay, you made it to the core section. So what we're gonna do, this is the last section. We're gonna make the best. So maybe not a lower body fan, not an upper body fan, abs, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do our 4 exercises. They're all centered around a plank. I'm gonna show you different ways to do it, whether that's on your knees, on your toes, on your elbows, on your hands. There are so many different ways to do a plank, but it's one of the most effective core exercises you can do. So the first exercise of the 4 is the classic plank hold. That looks like, just going up like this. Or coming down to your elbows. You're gonna hold that for 1 minute. You can totally drop to your knees. Notice my back though, completely flat here. You're focusing on engaging all these abdominal muscles. First exercise. From there, we're gonna go to the second exercise. No matter where you are with the plank. If you're down on your knees, that's fine. If you're up on your hands and toes, great. What we're gonna do, find your balance, opposite hand, opposite shoulder. This one's fun because you have to think about it. Next one. This is your third exercise. You're gonna do plank marches. What is that? You're gonna march down with your hands. The goal here is to minimize the movement in your hips as much as you can, which is why, if you can't do it up like this, your knees, perfect option. And then the last one we're actually gonna do down on our elbows. We're gonna do hip rainbows. So I'm gonna show you like this, and then I'll show you from a different angle. So we're holding that plank, you're gonna go down, center, down, up. Right? Okay. Just took you through the 4. We wouldn't start those until we get that 1 minute burner in. This is gonna take us right to the end. We're gonna get a couple of stretches, and you'll be done with me. So that 1 minute, all we're gonna do, mountain climbers. I know. I can hear people saying, as fast or as slow as you want. I know I say that, but it's 1 minute, and this is the only bit of cardio that you get with your abs, so make it count. We're gonna take it right into that 1 minute, set up those mountain climbers, fast or slow. Here we go. Take it in. So one of the things to focus on as you're doing these mountain climbers, you don't want your butt to get up like this. You want to keep it down. So imagining that you're in that plank position, because you are. And you just switch. Now you can do this fast like me, or you just take this. Now if you're doing it a little slower, you want to cross your knees. So it's opposite knee, opposite elbow. You can also do it from that fast pace. You'll feel it a little more in your obliques that way, right? Here's the bad news. We're gonna go right from these mountain climbers into that static plank pose. Here you go. So like I was talking about with the mountain climbers, you're not in a down dog. You want to keep that back nice and flat. Like I was saying with the push-up, I could come over to you, put it right down. Really breathe here. Hands, relax. They can be class, but if they're class, how to keep them in a prayer as opposed to, oh my God, just counting it down. You're gonna get that 15-second break. It's coming. Then you're gonna go right into it. You got 10 seconds. We're gonna do those shoulder taps. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Tap. Now, if you're up here and you're like moving around, come down. Come down to those knees. Your gaze should be right beyond those fingertips. those hands back to the ground after you tap. You have 5 seconds. Two more moves. We're close. I'm gonna take you right up to the 45 minutes. Playing marches. Here we go. Down and up. Stick with me. You don't like that? Just come down. What you want to focus on throughout all of these moves is that core. Notice I say core and not abs, because your core is not just your abs, right? Your core is actually your lower back and your glutes. One of the things, especially with these last couple moves we've been doing, you want to squeeze your glutes. So imagine squeezing those butt cheeks. One more. We're even going to go a little over 45 minutes. Just stick with me. We're going to do this hip side to side. Call them rainbows. So I'm down on my elbows. We go side, up, down. I got to move a little bit so I don't hit my couch. There we go. So if you've been up on your hands, this is a nice little break for your shoulders, for your wrists as well. Here you want to feel it a little bit, those lower abdominals, particularly in your obliques, as you turn. Almost there. All right. Get some water. We're going to do this one more time. It's a total of 4 minutes. You can do anything for 4 minutes. I say that exact same thing every time I teach this class. We're on this last circuit. No sweat coming down my arms. Home stretch, team. This is awesome. All right, we have 5 seconds. We're going to hold that plank wherever you are. Let's do it. This is a good time, too, when we're in these last 4 minutes, because I'm talking to all of you. If you were down on your knees and you want to try your toes, try them. There is nothing bad with trying, right? You might come up and you might think, oh my gosh, this is not that scary, right? Besides, worst you could do is you're like, nah, I don't feel it, and you come back down to your knees. Focus on your breathing here. At this point in class, you're tired. You might be thinking, okay, it's almost time for dinner. Depending on where you are, it might be time for lunch, whatever. Focus on your breathing. Focus on the now. Don't focus on what you're doing, even in 10 minutes. Shoulder taps. There you go. It's another thing I like to say to my classes. Hey, Gates, you are taking that time to come to the gym. Like now, you took this time to log in here. These 45 minutes are yours. No one can take them away from you. Even just showing up, that is a sign of strength. I debated whether I wanted to do all planks or all crunches. So, when I do this again, class is gonna be all crunches, for full disclosure. Whew. 2 minutes. I talk about 45 minutes, you're really gonna get like 50 out of me. Only because if you can stick with me just for an extra like 2 minutes under this, I just want to make sure you stretch. That's the other thing we tend to procrastinate. Or even skip, right? We have 45 minutes in a workout and you're like, okay, weights are done, core is done. I don't need to stretch. You do. And I say this as a reminder for myself as well. I'm so guilty of not stretching. Hopefully you got some good tunes blasting, taking you through the last couple seconds here. One minute, and then I'm going to take you to the best child's pose you will do in real life. Hip rainbows. 60 seconds. Center. Side. Center. See, I hit the hash again. I really twist my feet here so I can drop my heels a little more, drop my hips a little more. So I'm just twisting so my heels are all the way to the ground on the other side. Whew. Center with a little pause, not long, maybe just a second. Stay with me, so close. Yeah. Take it into that child's pose. And 2 more minutes. Nicely done, everybody. Come up, bring one foot forward. This is a nice lunge, a runner's lunge here, so that knee right over your toe. Then take it back, lean it back, straighten that leg. So you're kind of balancing, maybe even sitting on that back heel. Feeling a stretch up the leg to the hamstring. And then switch sides. Forward. So talk about being bad at stretching. I run, and I always just come home and I get right in the shower. And then, not surprising, something feels tight and then I try to stretch it after. You just want to do the stretching when the muscles are already warmed. Because they're already loose. And then, if they don't get stretched right away, they tighten. So that's why you end up with calves like this. Stretch those hamstrings. Bring that foot back. Bring your hands forward. Palms facing out. Palms facing back. So you're gonna sink back into your heels and then back, just opening up, little stretch for your hips. Give me 4 more of these, just sinking back, run into those heels, 2 more. Here, and then just hold it up tall. You can stand nice and tall, you can stay on your knees. Just give me a big inhale to the top and exhale down. Nice work, everybody. If you have more time, feel free to just stretch it out, child's pose, hanging out there. You want to do some more stretches, particularly for those triceps. Here's a good move. Whatever you need to do, maybe it's just even doing a couple more Supermans if your chest can take that. You just want to keep stretching if you have that time. Maybe use a foam roller. Otherwise, drink lots of water. And wherever you are, I hope you are healthy. I hope you are safe. And I look forward to working out with you again soon. Thanks, everybody.